It is Monday. It's like 1 in the morning. I'm back to a night schedule, or I'm hoping to be. We are doing straight work today, trying to catch up. I'm trying not to be so behind because I'm tired of it. I'm very tired of it. September, I've declared as a self-care September. I have so many books to get through. I didn't get through any of my TBR last month. We're changing that. We're getting stuff done in September. So yeah, I am going to spend the night working, trying to get everything done. And probably the rest of the day Tuesday to get things done. Today's Tuesday, actually. So yeah, that's where we are right now. Yay. Catch up days, yay. But hopefully I can get my life back on track and stop being so far behind. August has not went well for reading. I'm really hoping to turn that around in September because I really, really need to catch up. I'm feeling so stressed out by it. But yeah, I just finished a lot of filming. I'm going to do more chores, going to set some music, and yeah, so I will catch y'all up in a bit. Hello, Bookies. I don't know if I started this week's vlog or not, so hi if I haven't. It is Monday. It's like 4:02 in the morning. And I've got all the chores done. I've been keeping up pretty good this weekend, and I've gotten a lot done this weekend actually. So I finished The Wolf Den and The House with the Golden Door, both by Elodie Harper. The series is basically about this woman. Her name is Amara right now, because she was kind of sold into slavery. This is ancient Pompeii, ancient Italy, ancient Greek time. People are wearing togas, that time period. She was sold into a brothel after a series of unfortunate events, and so she works there. So she was a doctor's daughter and everything, and she doesn't want this life. I don't know a lot of people that would want the life of a brothel, unless like they've fallen on extremely harder times than working at a brothel under enslavement by someone else, but that's a whole other story. Anyways, so she schemes her way out of the brothel. So anyways, the series picks up where she is starting to scheme her way out of the brothel. The second book picks up almost immediately after the first one. No spoilers, but both of them are extremely good. They are very adult, lots of sexual content. Lots of stuff about enslavement, stuff like that. So yeah, do with that what you will. I also don't know if this is any good. I am trying out the new tripod that I just got in last week's mail haul. You can, or in whatever mail haul I filmed this, you can watch that. So yeah, it was really, really good. I think I'm going to I gave the second one 5 out of 5. I think I might give the first one a 5 out of 5 as well. Really, really good. I also read The Witches of Moonshyne Manor, which is another adult book, lots of sexual content, about these witches who are living in this manor, Moonshyne Manor. It's set in a time period where people are kind of cool with witches, but the mortgage payments have fallen behind. They've had some pretty bad luck, and so now the town is trying to foreclose on their home and place of business. When the mayor's daughter takes issue with this, down with the patriarchy, stuff like that. There was like a lot of like woke language in it, and it felt like it was trying way too hard. That's the impression that I got. It was okay. Otherwise, it was kind of a mix of a fantasy, but with like a mystery thriller, as you're trying to figure out what happened to their sister Ruby, and saving her, stuff like that, figuring out the mystery with that. But other than that, like, it was weird. I didn't particularly like it that much. It felt like a chore to read. I also really didn't like the feminist character who is the mayor's daughter. She preaches feminism, stuff like that, but she then continues to make references about Harry Potter, which is very ironic considering the author. So I'm going to put in like a promotion for it on my blog, just because I see the growth opportunity for it, and also I work with the publisher. Not paid or anything, but work with them. So, yeah, you know, they gave me the book for free. But I'm going to be posting my review later. I think it might be getting either 1 or 2 star. So, sorry about that. And I just started Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake, which is another adult novel. I'm on an adult novel kick. It is the side sequel to Love at First Brush. And it picks up with Lizzie, who is one of the members of the friend group. There's Harper, who the first book takes after. Lizzie with the second book. There's two or three. There's 3 others. There's 3 others. So I'm hoping for 3 more books because I love the group so much. But basically, you are following Lizzie in this one. She has ADHD, really bad ADHD. She's unmedicated, and God, I feel for her. Like, I feel like this is a peek inside my head. It's bad. But I'm not as bad off as her. There's varied degrees, but, like, she was carrying around expired condoms. She has a couple of one-night stands. I don't even know if you could call them one-night stands. A couple of hookups. She has a fling. I don't know. What's the terminology here? A fling. We're going to go with a fling. She has a fling with an Australian man who is leaving for Australia right after they finish their fling. Like, they finish, like, the morning of. So he leaves for Australia. 2 weeks later, she's throwing up, and 9 pregnancy tests later and a blood test, she is confirmed to be pregnant. So that's where I'm at with that. Poor Lizzie. Unplanned pregnancy tropes usually aren't my thing. I really detest them, but I just love the way that this one is written, and it's so refreshing. Mazey Eddings is literally a master at writing. I'm addicted. I'm addicted to her writing. Like, I couldn't put it down earlier. And now, like, talking about it again, I really want to pick it up and continue it. Like, I usually don't feel this way about books. I've usually avoided this feeling. This is really new. What do I do? What do I do? Do I keep reading it? The answer is yes, you keep reading it. So, yeah. Lizzie Blake is due today. I'm on tour for it. And then Wednesday I have I Know You're Lying, so I gotta get that read super quick. But after Lizzie Blake, I'm going to jump into Take My Husband. And then the books that I have kind of skipped over and I really need to review ASAP, which is Dead Flip, Ravenfall, The Undead Truth of Us, and the Sunbearer Trials. I'm so excited about the Sunbearer Trials. I'm going to go see Aiden Thomas on the 10th for an event that is in Atlanta. So very, very excited. And the event is masked, so very happy about that because that makes me feel so much better. But yeah, that is it for the update. Later today we are going to the dog park. I don't know if I'm going to get any footage or not because we're going to obviously be around other people's dogs. We're going to try to go. It's been rainy lately here. And meet up with some friends because I'm trying to get my dog Sophia socialized and a little bit of my dog. Ideally when me and Ethan decide to go on vacation, whenever we feel comfortable again. Don't know when that's going to happen. I am heavily considering doing a house sitter, asking one of my friends to house sit, paying them. I would pay them so much just to sit in my house, watch, grab my packages, grab my mail, whatever else. They can chill. I'll stock the fridge, whatever they want. But just to keep my dogs comfortable. It's not done. I don't trust my parents. But Daisy takes a lot of medicine. Sophia's on a daily medicine. And their vet's down here. Everything's down here. And I would like and especially the cat. The cat's really old. And her vet's super close by. I would like someone to be here that can get them to their appropriate vets in case of emergency. And yeah. Yeah, basically. So that is where we're at right now. That was probably a big update, so sorry about that kind of info dump right there. But yeah, I'm going to sit. I'm going to get an hour and 15 minutes read, and then I'm going to go back into work. I need to write some reviews, do the last little laundry, get some emails done. I'm at like 57. This is just in like one day. It's like, But yeah, then I will catch y'all up in a bit. Hey, Bookies. Is it Tuesday or Wednesday? It's Tuesday. It's 3 or 4 in the morning. I don't know what time it is. That's kind of what happens when you're on night shift. It's like, what is time? So it's Tuesday, 3 or 4 in the morning. Update on the reading, real quick, before I forget, because I'm going to in a second. I finished Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake, and oh my god, it's probably one of my favorite books besides Brush with Love. So good. Love the ADHD rep. I felt so seen. And I love the story. I'm not one for unplanned pregnancy tropes, but this one really worked. I don't know how, but it really worked. So good, and I pre-ordered it immediately because I need it bad. I also pre-ordered Lattes and Ledges because there's a cute little charm that comes with it if you order the paperback. Anyways, I also started and finished Take My Husband. That one is kind of a dark comedy thriller kind of thing. Basically, there is this woman who is married. She's been married for 30 years, and her husband is definitely using weaponized incompetence. He is completely incompetent of his own volition. And it starts with her getting a call about him being in an accident. So she's rushing to the hospital, and then she starts to think like, well, what if he's dead? And then she starts to think like, okay, well, he has this life insurance policy that I know about. So I'll get the money from that, and then I can move in with my mother. I can sell the house. I can get a dog. I can go and visit my son. It's their son, but like, they're really tight on finances. A lot of stuff has happened, economy-wise, stuff like that. Anyway, she basically has this whole man's funeral planned out, and how she's going to spend the rest of her great life with his life insurance policy. She gets to the hospital. He's fine. He just got like a slight concussion, like a cut on his head. So on top of the medical bills now, the other bills, the second mortgage, all that, he's lost his job and everything. They now have the medical bills. They got to repair the neighbor's fence and repair their mailbox. So she's rightfully pissed at him, and she starts listening to this friend of hers who's named Charles. He works with her. He's also an older man. He's about 20 years older than her. And he is a recent widower. So she's, helping him and everything, befriending him. And he starts to talk to her about her frustrations and everything, and slowly he starts suggesting that maybe she off her husband. So then through the rest of the book, you are on this whirlwind journey with the main character and trying to off her husband, and everything just goes wrong. The ending is not what I thought it was going to be. I thought we were going to go in a totally different direction. So good on the author for giving me the double cross right there. That's pretty good. Not a lot of books do that. It was so good. I thought it was pretty funny. It was just kind of slow in a few areas and everything, so I'm thinking like a 4 out of 5, but otherwise it was insanely funny and really good. And like it's dark comedy. So like the topic of murder and stuff, and suicide and all that stuff, that's fair game in this book. So if that makes you uncomfortable, this is going to be a book that you're going to want to skip. But otherwise, if you can handle it, it's a good book. I'm also starting Ravenfall, which was due last week. Oopsie. We're going to get that done. It's like 200 something pages, so I think I'm going to get it done this morning. I'm also going to try to get to Deadfoot today, and then the Undead Truth of Us tomorrow, plus the Sunbearer Trials tomorrow. Wednesday, I am due for I Know You're Lying. And then I think that might be it for this week. I'm not entirely sure. I have a schedule somewhere. But otherwise, reading is going great. I just got to 37% in Mere Mortals, which is my audiobook that I'm listening to. I did a lot of chores while I was listening to it. I didn't think that I was going to like this book because of the way it started. It was kind of slow and a little vague, but now that we've gotten in a lot of more details and it's filled out a little bit, it's really good. So I'm very much enjoying that one. And yeah, I got to go and catch up on Instagram. I got to do a couple of computer things. I got to edit so bad. I got to edit so much stuff. It's unbelievable. So I'm going to do that. And And yeah, we're going to get caught up. But I'm feeling good. Mental health wise, I'm good. The only thing that I'm anxious about is my parents. We're attempting the communication thing again. I'm anxious about my dad coming to me about like, you promised me that you would message and call your mother every day. And that's like, I really don't want to have that conversation because it's going to bring up a lot of past stuff that is just going to rile my mother up. And I can't handle it mentally. I really can't. But I'm going to try to gently tell him, and I was thinking about it while on the treadmill while also listening to the audiobook. ADHD, yay. That can't, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. I can't keep that promise. Not going to work for me. And that's okay. Relationships are a two-way street. If something is not working for you relationship-wise, you could try to work out something else with that person and try to find a new common ground that works for both parties. But this isn't going to work for me, and this can't all be about my mother. If they're wanting a relationship with me, they're going to have to accept and come to middle ground with me. Because I'm trying. I've tried. So now it's up to them. And you know what? If they can't, whatever. I got a house. I'm a state away. I've been by myself. I can be by myself again. Like, you do need a community, and I've built my own community. I got people to fall back on. So yeah, that's it. So I will catch y'all up maybe later today. I don't know. I might go outside and film and drink some hot chocolate. Maybe, I don't know. But anyways, I'll catch y'all up in a bit. Hey, Bookies. It is Tuesday, so way past the deadline. Sorry about that. But I wanted to end the vlog really quickly. I'm about to go and edit. I got to do a lot of things today, like yard work. Ew. I wanted to update you on what I read. It wasn't as good, but for having been in a pretty bad slump, I think it was pretty good. I did finish The Wolf Den, The House with the Golden Door, The Witches of Moonshyne Manor, and Lizzie Blake's Best Mistake. But those I've already updated you on before. Additionally, I finished Take My Husband. Oh, Lord. So what happens is it's a dark comedy. This woman gets a call about her husband having been in a car accident. She starts thinking the worst, and then she starts thinking of like what she's going to use his his life insurance for. And it doesn't start to sound that bad. The man uses weaponized incompetence, basically. He doesn't know how to take care of himself. Like, she has to dole out his daily meds. She's very pissed at him, and rightfully so. Honestly, I think a divorce would have been fine, but they were in a bit of a pickle financially, and divorces are expensive. So, she's like, oh, okay, I guess it wouldn't be too bad if he died. Well, she gets to the hospital, and he's fine. So, she spends the rest of the book trying to kill him, but she's being influenced by this guy named Charles, who's a neighbor who just became widowed himself. And things start to turn pretty bad. Again, dark comedy, lots of dark moments in it, but it's super funny. And if you're into that, I'd recommend it. I also finished Other Ever Afters, which is a queer fairy tale set of books. It's an anthology series told in graphic novel form. So it has like a lot of new fairy tales. There's not really like a lot of retellings, but they're all new, which I really enjoyed, featuring queer romances in them. It was super cute and adorable. I absolutely loved it, and I highly recommend it for you. And then I finished off the week. Also, this is, if you're wondering what this is my book checklist that I'm using, because I can use like a little expo marker on it. Anyways, I also finished Ravenfall, which I thought was pretty good. I see the potential in it. I did have an arc for it, but it was falling flat. Basically, it's kind of Encanto-like, but dark, like Addams Family Encanto-like. It revolves around this girl whose family all have these kind of weird powers. Her power is that she can, only once, she can touch someone and see, like, the moment that they saw someone die. That the person that she's touching saw someone die. Everything's connected with death. So that's how she happens to meet our other main character, whose parents just died. But they quickly get swept up in a lot of intrigue and stuff like that. There's something sinister going on, something wicked this way comes, and all. Again, it was okay. I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. I see the potential in it, but it was just kind of falling flat for me. And yeah, that is everything that I read for this week. And not really much going on. I'm still just trying to catch up from this weekend. I am doing much better mentally, though. I am doing much better on keeping up with stuff. I just, I get behind. I got sick. We'll go into that for the next vlog. But yeah, I will see y'all in the next vlog. Bye.